I don't know if this is working. Let's find out. If it is working, hello everyone.
Oh, it is.
Is it? How can you
Oh, it's just live. There's no countdown.
How can you tell?
Because I'm on it right now and it just says Discord in blurry letters.
Oh, are you on it? How?
I went onto the YouTube.
Oh, I don't see it. But hello! Wait, I gotta sing! Uh, wait. What was the song I was gonna do? Do you remember? Oh, I remember now. Yeah. It was,
It was a Love Shack.
it was, the live stream is a little old place where we can chat together. The live stream, baby. The live stream, baby.
That was perfect.
Yay. Okay,
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the GenerationZen podcast. This is your host, Amanda, not Justin. Sorry, he ain't here, but it's me. I'm the host now.
Yes, Amanda has taken over as host.
Oh, man.
I just still don't see the stream, so I'm just gonna trust. Oh,
I've
there it is.
never...
Okay,
It's funny how I've moved up this far already, when usually I just kind of sit back and listen to the conversation for the most part, but now I'm the host. It says Discord in blurry letters. I've been promoted.
Oh, are you on it? How?
Yeah, the video is weird. I agree.
Oh, I know, but, like, I have nothing to really make the video because I'm also working.
What?
I'm trying to work and I have to show my screen.
Oh, you show your screen?
Well, yeah, I mean, what else am I gonna show?
Well, what does Justin do?
Well, he shows the people talking, but I can't do that because I'm working.
Oh, I can do that.
I can't share your screen, though. you have to start the stream from your computer.
Okay, I'll stream mine.
You
and
can't.
Then...
You can't.
And then you stream mine. You share what you're seeing from my... And then you just... Yeah, here, wait, what? Hold on. Hold the phone over here. Let's just figure out what to do, alright? Okay. How do I don't even know how to view it this way. How does it work? I can do the video, and then I can turn off my video. Bam! Alright, here we go. Okay. Okay. There, is that good? Can you crop it? What do you mean? Wait, try sharing what's... Now put this on your screen.
Well, I have to work, though. I can't have it up, I have to work.
Can you just share this window? Is there a way to do that?
I can try.
I don't know why OBS isn't working. It can't be opened. That's bull.
I mean, it works for me. It's just, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Give me one moment, ladies and gentlemen. I also know there is an echo because we're sitting in the same exact room. So there will be an echo from us unless I mute my mic, which I will do. Once Jeremy gets here.
I'm telling Apple that I can't download the new macOS because you guys didn't give me enough space on my laptop to download the new update. Thus, you must let me download OBS because I had it before and it was no problem. Exclamation point, and then another one for emphasis. Send to Apple. Yes. Okay. Send it over. Asses. Goodness gracious. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Fortnite.
Oh, we're just okay. I'll try and fix this as we talk, I guess.
What's up?
Okay. Well, the video's black because I did something, so.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Listen, I was not prepared to host the stream. I was prepared to
I'm
work.
sorry. Yes, thank you, Freshness for Days. It is true.
What? There we go.
But I mean, I have to say, I like Apple mostly because I'm familiar with it. And I feel like it's more user-friendly. But that's just my opinion. Also, the no viruses is pretty lit. I appreciate that. Oh, hey, there you go. You
Okay.
did it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
Hang
did
on. Wait, let me
it.
see. Does this ruin it if I do this?
No, that's good.
Well,
That's
hang on. You're not
perfect.
gonna see it yet. It's a delay.
No, I know. I don't see it.
It's a delay. You're not gonna see it yet.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Fair. You muted yourself.
I know. This is echo. So I'm
Oh,
trying to keep the echo down.
okay.
Hi guys.
Oh, man. Yeah, we gotta wait for Jeremy to have any of this conversation.
Do we really though? Also, I screwed it up. Hold on.
Wait, how?
Okay, no, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
No.
It's all fine.
Alright, so let's see.
For anyone who's
Let's
here,
see.
for Justin, I apologize because Justin will not be here.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for my intro. I'm new to this somewhat. So I can guarantee I'm not gonna do as well. I don't know much about gaming. I only know about gaming from Tom and Justin and Jeremy. That's about it. I'm trying to learn from articles, as internet is a great resource nowadays to learn things about games. But I have a PS2 if that counts for anything, and a Wii.
That does count. Those both count. Unless it's a Wii U, I don't count that.
Yeah, I don't have that. I'm not I'm basically a millennial.
I am kidding. I do like the Wii U. I'm bitter because I tried to win it through many contests way
Wait,
back in the day.
what? Did you really?
Yeah, Justin or not Jeremy would know because he was helping me enter contests to win um like a Wii U. And
Oh
because I didn't
no
want to
way.
buy it. I never won. So I'm bitter.
Oh, that's why you're bitter because you didn't win. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a bitter sore loser because I couldn't have it my way.
You know, one time I actually think I won a contest for a magazine to meet a famous celebrity,
You
and
won?
I think so. I got a voicemail saying I won, and I did enter
That
the
doesn't sound
contest.
reliable.
Yeah, I know, that's what people said, and they were like, that doesn't sound real. And then I said, but I entered the contest, and they're like, hey, it's Demi Lovato. Congratulations. I'm like, you don't sound like Demi Lovato. But I just heard the voicemail, and it was like a number I couldn't call back. I mean, I gave them my address and my phone number. It was like a real magazine. It was like Popstar or whatever. So, like, maybe someone hacked into it, or maybe I really won and I missed out the chance of meeting a celebrity. But it's okay because I met one on the subway. Maybe I'll get into that later.
That's a story for another
Different,
time.
different celebrity. Yes, we got more people watching the stream.
Yay! Alright. Well, we can talk a little bit about it, and I'm sure Jeremy will have his thing to pop in and say something once
Yeah, he'll
we go
be
back to it.
here in just a few minutos.
That's a lie, because it's Jeremy. He's gonna be here 15
It's
minutes late.
but it's 10:09.
Yeah,
He'll be
10:15.
here,
Okay.
right?
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Jeremy, I'm doubting you right now. You have to pull through.
Oh.
Oh, wait, hold on. I keep screwing up the stream every time. Okay. Okay.
Oh wait, I think I messed it up because you're sharing my screen, right?
No.
Oh what?
Yeah, I'm not sharing your screen.
Oh, all right. So I don't have to.
No,
I don't
no.
have to stream anymore.
No, you were streaming.
I've been streaming this whole time. I thought you were sharing my screen.
No, you're good. All right, let's. I want to get into the Fortnite thing, which I'll explain a little bit about what it is and what's happening to you. Yeah. So basically, Fortnite had this thing happen. I know, guys, we're talking about Fortnite, so we're popular right now. So Fortnite had this thing happen to them, where was their game was pulled off the Apple and Google stores, the app stores from the phones. I don't think there was a reason that was said. Oh wait, no, they did actually say. I remember that wrong. It's developed Epic Games, Epic Games violated their guidelines. They announced a way for players to buy in-game currency without going through Apple and Google first, which is like the whole big way that Apple and Google make money off of having apps on the App Store. So they were trying to find a way for people to go around them, Apple and Google, while also still being on the Apple and Google Play Store, if that makes any sense. So the in-game purchases they can make are like V-Bucks, I think that's what it's called, and they can buy like skins and like battle passes and all that. I don't know if the battle pass actually is bought with V-Bucks, I don't know, but you can buy all that cosmetic stuff with these V-Bucks, and the way you get that is to pay money for it. Now, originally they would say, okay, you pay money through the Google Store or through the Apple Store, and Apple and Google gets a cut of that money. But then most of it then goes to the Fortnite developers, Epic. What Epic was doing was they were making a way for players to go around Apple and Google so they can buy V-Bucks a different way, but still use that currency on the apps that are on the Apple and Google store. So basically what that means is all that money that they would be getting from, if they were to purchase V-Bucks through the Apple Google store from Epic Games, Apple and Google gets a cut of that money. Now they're going around them, Apple and Google get no money. It's pretty complicated, but
Jeremy!
Hi.
Oh, Jeremy's
Hi.
here. Hello.
How's it going, guys?
I can barely hear you. Hold
I know,
on
I
a
was
moment.
gonna say that. It's really hard to hear you.
I'm turning
Okay,
you
I
up.
got a new headset. I'm trying
Okay.
to. I got the one that you got, the MS whatever that Justin talks about a lot.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I just have to set up the. Actually, let me see.
Also,
I-
Malarkey Man, we will get to talking about pizza eventually.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, I just realized
That's actually the only thing I planned on talking about.
When are we not talking about pizza?
I also realized everyone can see my mouse moving back and forth on my screen, so it's like really
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Honestly, good.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Eh.
Look, we're not professional right now because there's no Justin here who knows how this works. I'm just like slapping this thing together. So, Jeremy, I know you're still getting the setup, but do you know about the whole Fortnite debacle that was going on?
A little bit. I know that what's it called? I know that it was taken off of the App Store. The mobile game doesn't exist anymore.
Right. Yeah, it was taken off of the app stores from Google and Apple, so both app stores. And I'll go over again the reason. It's just because they were finding a way for people to go around Apple and Google from buying like V-Bucks and stuff. So basically what the Epic developers did was they were like, okay, you can buy these V-Bucks from a different place and not through Apple and Google. And Apple and Google were like, wait a minute, like you're supposed to give us a cut. That's the whole point of you being on the App Store. So they got mad and took their game off both their platforms.
Okay.
So
So they were pissed.
yeah,
basically.
yeah. But apparently, Epic Games, makers of Fortnite, is now suing Apple and Google because they removed the game off the App Store.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly the full thing about it because apparently there's the lawyer pages or whatever it is for the write-up for the lawsuit is like 60-something pages. I'm not going to read up 60 pages of lawsuit, but basically, I don't know who's the bad guy here, but all I know is, it's not on the game store, which is the big problem for a lot of people right now, because they obviously want to play Fortnite, and they cannot.
I mean, I think it's bullshit because, Apple and Google just want the money. And it's like, well, I mean, it's like Epic, they're the ones who made the game, and, Apple and Google are just profiting from having their, just from Fortnite using their platform. It's just, I don't know. Everyone's so greedy. It's annoying.
Yeah, I know. It's just greed all around. And honestly, it's just a bunch of billionaires crying about their billions of dollars and everything. So it's look, I don't really care who on which side gets the money from this. What really matters is that it's only hurting the people who want to play the game at this point. Because if they want to play the game, they can't now because it's not on the App Store.
Exactly.
It's basically just a petty move by Apple and Google.
Can you guys hear
You
me better?
know?
I got the
Yes,
new-
actually,
Yeah,
I
it's
can.
way better
Yeah.
now.
Cool. But yeah, I totally agree. It's basically like which billion-dollar company do you support at this point? Like it doesn't. I don't really have any investment in it. I just think it's kind of ridiculous that they didn't just come to some agreement so the game could still be on the App Store.
Yeah, I agree.
Unrelated, but did you guys know that like mobile Fortnite is like 5 gigabytes? It's a very large game.
Really?
What?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Huh.
That is
I mean,
ridiculous.
for a mobile game, that's very big. Like
Mhm.
most mobile games are like not even like 200 megabytes. Like I don't know. I don't play a lot of mobile games, but the ones I do play are not that big. 5 gigabytes is like pretty demanding for a phone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like that's just a rough number, but I remember it being pretty big because I deleted it off someone's phone because they needed space.
You know, I didn't even know that Fortnite was on mobile devices. Like, how long have they had it as an app? Like, for a while?
It's
I
been
think
a
for a
while. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know the exact time it's been on there, but it's been a long time. And like Fortnite's pretty much on everything now. It's like on their phones. I think it's on tablets. It's on PC. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's on consoles. Right?
Oh, also,
Yeah.
Fortnite? Oh, yeah. Fortnite, isn't
He's
it
being-
on, like,
he's being
Xbox
sarcastic.
or something?
It's being on.
It's on PC, like.
Oh,
firstly.
yeah.
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 I mean,
But,
like the whole thing about Fortnite is I think it's pretty interesting because this is like totally kind of off topic, but it's still related to Fortnite. Because Fortnite was supposed to be like this zombie survival game at first. Like it's very weird when like you go back and you look at what it was like first meant to be. Because they were like, okay, yeah, the game mode's gonna be you and a couple friends. Like you have like classes, like guns, and you build up and survive zombie like waves and all that. And it's like, yeah, okay, that sounds pretty cool. But like, you know, all of a sudden, this game mode that they had that was kind of like an extra thing got like really popular. You know?
Yeah.
So then now
Blew up.
this battle royale like blew up, and I don't know. I think
PUBG came first. Though.
PUBG
Yep,
came first,
Mhm.
and then Fortnite sort of like put that in as like their game mode or something. So I don't. I always
When
think
they
it's
launched, that was the only thing you could do was that game mode.
yeah, and like the weird thing is, I actually would want to play that game mode that was originally supposed to be for Fortnite. I would like to play that, honestly.
Yeah, Freshness is right. It's called Fortnite Save the World. It was like they advertised it as being something that is going to come out. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't really follow Fortnite very heavily, but
I think it's actually not out yet. I
Okay.
think from last I heard it was still in development or something. But I mean that's getting a little off topic from what was actually in the news about Fortnite because Fortnite was originally supposed to, the whole thing, big debacle is that I keep saying debacle. Someone stop me. The whole big thing is like Fortnite is no longer on any app stores, and people are obviously upset, and it sucks because you know what? These people that want to play the game on their phone might not have any other way to play the game, and like this might be
for
like
my mobile gamers out there, am I right?
yeah, but like you know what? That's like I'm not personally a mobile gamer, but I have nothing wrong with people who want to play games on their phones. I really don't, and it's discouraging to see that like they're willing to just like take the game off the store and not even try and compromise first. They're just gonna rip it off the store, saying okay, they violated everything, they can't come back, or they can't do this, or their game's not on the store anymore. Like it's not fair to everyone who wants to play it, in my opinion.
hold up,
Did
hold
they ever
up.
say that, like it couldn't be back on the store eventually, like if they come to an agreement? I don't know, like really know the details too much, but
Tom, you play Adventure Quest 3D. What are you talking about even? You are
Yeah.
a mobile gamer.
That game's also on PC.
But you play it only on your phone.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's 2 a.m. and I don't feel like getting my computer out. I'll play it on my phone. But I admit, there are some games on my phone that I do like, but I don't consider myself to be a mobile gamer because I mostly play PC games. The games I play on my phone are like for 20 minutes, like before I go to bed.
that's mobile
I
gaming.
see.
That is mobile. I
That
guess
is
you're right.
yes, thank you.
You're a mobile gamer now. I mean, I think it's fine to play mobile games. Obviously, it's a
Yeah, I
gen-
mean, I got my solitaire cube. Like, that's what I play, you know? You can call me a mobile gamer, like, sue me. You know, I play
No,
solitaire.
wait. Apple, Google will sue you, or Epic Games will sue you.
You know, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was looking at this article about it, and like they ask how you want to pay for V-Bucks for like 1,000 V-Bucks, and it's $7.99. They give you the option of doing the discount price for an Epic direct payment of $7.99 and the Apple App Store for $9.99. So it's obvious like, well, I definitely don't want to pay $2 more for it to be through the Apple App Store.
Yeah.
So der.
So like, it definitely is like a weird move for them to do that and hurt their relations with their, you know,
Yeah, that's
the apps that the stores that keep them on the App Store. But
I know. Yeah, that's true too.
it just seems like an overreaction to me to just rip the game off the store without even going to Epic and talking about it first. Like that.
I mean, to be fair, we might not know if they had any sort of warning first. Like, maybe they're just like, alright, like, listen, we know that you're trying to go behind our backs, but if you do this, if you do this again, or keep this up or whatever, we're gonna take you off the platform. You never know.
yeah, it makes sense to me. I mean, I guess that's kind of what you have to do if you're trying to be on a platform. You have to follow the rules. You can't scam them out of money and go behind their backs. But at the same time, I don't really care which company makes money because at the end of the day, they're all rich anyway. But
I
like,
know, it's like that shouldn't be something that matters quite as much. Like if that's the reason, you know. And I get that they want the credit for being the platform that makes like it available to people, you know, and like they want to take a cut of that because they are the platform that's, you know, letting people use it, you know, versus like I mean if Epic had their own app store, that'd be a different story. But they just don't. Like it's just
I don't.
based on the type of phone they have, I guess.
I feel like Epic might want to make their own app store, honestly, because like they already have their own launcher with their own games on it. At this
Like what
point,
other games did they make that are like popular?
well, that's the thing. You don't have to make games to put it on your own app store, as you know you see by Google and Apple, and
Well, yeah, but
yeah, and
I'm just saying if it's like something like Epic, which is like I mean, I don't
Epic.
even know how exactly you would describe it, but I
just
mean they
Epic.
make
Yeah.
Fortnite or whatever,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
yeah, but the thing is they've been pulling different kind of companies and games into their app store lately on PC, and they've been like trying to give people, I guess, you know, quote unquote better rates than Steam would give them, but they make it exclusive to their platform, like their launcher, which is pretty mixed with a lot of people. Like some people don't really like it because Steam has more features than the Epic Games launcher does, and like it's just like it's not really competition, it's just they're making it exclusive and that's the only reason you're going to the App Store. But regardless of what you feel about that, the idea is still there that Epic could try and make their own app store that also now goes onto phones. I don't know how they would do that, honestly, because you get everything from your Android device, from your Google Play Store. I don't know how you would get around that from an Apple or, you know, Epic launcher. I don't know. I'm not a tech guy. All I know is, like, I know the things they've done so far in the past, Epic, and I feel like it's not too much. It's not like a crazy idea that they might try and do something like that to try and get their own thing out there and get games on their own launcher. And that's the thing. I don't know how they would do that, but I don't know. Just my ramblings.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. You know, Fortnite, good game. I don't have much to say about Fortnite, to be completely honest. But
I know I don't either. I just know that the dances are derived from it and it just didn't make any sense to me. Don't you have to pay for them anyway or something?
Not
I mean, some of the
necessarily.
dances you get through paying, some you don't. So
Yeah, it's not the worst system in my opinion for getting
no,
rewards and
it's
stuff.
definitely not.
There are games that are a lot more malicious with their, you know, loot boxes and everything. But I mean, it's not the best. You know, there are like stories of kids spending a lot of their parents' money, like the credit card money, like $20,000 on V-Bucks. But
Which is
that's
absurd, of course.
yeah, but
but
that's not exclusive just to Fortnite. I mean, that's
Yeah,
been,
that's also not Fortnite's fault. That's just
Yeah.
like
That's been
don't leave your credit card
yeah,
in reach of your children.
that's been a problem since like the days of like World of
Of
Warcraft.
World of Warcraft,
Honestly.
yeah, exactly.
It's just something that happens, and
It's just Fortnite's more popular amongst the youth.
yeah. I mean, look, I have no problem with the game Fortnite. I even tried it. My sister loves the game. She's always wanted me to play it, and she's given up at this point because I didn't like it. But it's not like I can see the appeal, you know. I'm an old man though, and personally, I like my old man games.
As you should,
Yeah,
if you
that's-
are an old man who enjoys old man games. You should stick to what you love. Um, but yeah, I tried Fortnite before. It's not my favorite game in the world. But it's also not a bad game. It's a very good game. It's a very well designed game. I just don't really particularly find it fun, but it's something I think should be allowed on the App Store, obviously, because a lot of people like the game.
Is it like, do you think it's too hyped up?
I
the
mean,
game.
in my opinion, yeah, but I also just don't particularly care that much about that genre of game. I think everybody who likes that kind of game really will enjoy Fortnite. I don't know. I just think the type of game isn't necessarily for me, but I don't think Fortnite's a bad game. It's obviously a very good game if it's this successful.
This is where I become the cynical old man, because basically every time there's a really hype game, I'm basically never on board with it. And it's not because it's not because I hate the game or everyone who plays it. I don't.
It's because you hate society.
I hate fun. No. I just, for some reason, all the games that seem to hit it off with everyone, like right now the big one coming out is Fall Guys. And I'm sure you've heard of it, or I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube, you've seen it on Twitch, you've heard about it somewhere. Or all your friends are suddenly playing it now on Steam, is Fall Guys. Honestly, it's one of like the first games that's like becoming a fad that I actually kind of like, you know. But the thing about it is, like, even with Fortnite, it's a really big game, and it has a huge following. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I think a lot of games are overhyped. You know, even the games I like, I think are overhyped. Like if you think back to Skyrim, even like if you really look at Skyrim.
Hey, whoa!
Look! I'm just saying. I love Skyrim. I was just playing it the other day. That's
If
how
a
old man
game's
I am.
not good, you don't release it 7 times. Okay, like
Believe me, I'm not saying it's not good. I was
I'm
playing
kidding.
it.
I know.
I was playing it like 2 hours ago. No, I know. Yeah, old man me still playing Skyrim. But the thing about it is, when you go back and look at that game, the combat is like probably one of like the most dull combat systems in a game, but the game did so well from just being good in every other way. But every game has its flaws, but people still gonna love what they love, you know, and that's, at the end of the day, there's no reason to take away from that. There's no reason to tell people not to love something.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Yeah, I don't know where I was initially going with that, otherwise than trying to say I'm an old man.
You were saying you're an old man and you don't like new things.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like fun. I want people to stop having fun.
You know, I'm actually just gonna stop from now on having fun. I think you showed me the way.
You haven't stopped already? I stopped like 15 years ago.
I stopped a long time ago. But yeah, I think Fortnite's fine. I think it's obviously I think it's a little bit greedy for both companies from both perspectives. I think it's like, oh, you won't give us money, then But to be honest, I think Epic Games, if I had to pick one to be at fault, Epic Games I'd say is more at fault because they had a contract and then they kind of violated it. So if I had to pick a side, of course, I mean personally, I really don't care because neither of the companies really need the money anyway. But I'd say Epic Games violated their contract with both parties. They were supposed to give a cut. They didn't. So
Yeah, and they were
that's
really
how I feel.
explicit about it. It was like, hey, if you want to get V-Bucks, you want to get it this way, where you could pay less through us directly, or you could pay Apple or Google for more money. It's like just being like, hey, they require this certain cut, so, and like, I don't know how they thought they weren't gonna get caught doing that too. Like, I feel like it is fair because they definitely violated the contract they probably had with those big companies. Like basically to Jeremy's sentiment, obviously they're both well off enough. Like, I don't think it's for the money, it's just the fact that it's like, well, they can't really trust them to I mean, I guess I feel like I understand why they took them off the platform. I feel like I don't really know if companies even give warnings anymore, but I think that like if they did, or like if like Epic was a little sneakier about it, they could have gotten away with it. But it's just like, hey, you
I feel
pay
like you
this way,
can't be that sneaky about it because, like,
Yeah,
just think
no.
about it. How are you gonna find out how to buy V-Bucks cheaper? You go to Google, you type in how to get V-Bucks cheaper.
Yeah.
And then it's like Google's like, oh wait, you know that thing that you're supposed to do on my service? I
Yeah.
obviously know. It's just like I feel like there's
Right.
no real way for people to do it sneakier. It's gonna
Oh no.
a company like
No.
Google is gonna find out. It's
Like
kind of dumb of them to try
yeah.
and go under
I
Google.
do not think that Epic will win a lawsuit if they try to sue them back. Like, it's just not gonna.
Oh no, I
just
think that
not
would be a
gonna work.
terrible idea for them to
Yeah,
try and do.
they're gonna
Good.
lose a shit ton of money.
Because
Like,
if they
it's just
had
really.
if they hadn't agreed upon contract, which I'm sure they did, then there's no. I feel like Epic does not really have any grounds to fight.
Yeah, I
So.
agree.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. Maybe they found some kind of loophole and they just want to exploit it. Who knows? But we won't know anything more until we're told anything more about it at this point. But there was. I'm gonna just jump to the next things. Like
Halo Infinite.
Yeah, Halo Infinite.
We have an
It was
infinite
supposed to
more.
come out during the holiday season and now has been delayed to 2021.
This is what the news is that we are hearing.
Yeah, as of 3 days ago. Man.
That's right. Halo Infinite will no longer be released in November, as like a launch title for the Xbox Series X. I mean, at this point, do you think Xbox Series X is going to come out without Halo Infinite? Do you think they're still going to go along with the launch without their big seller game? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think Halo Infinite being delayed for the Xbox's launch definitely plays a role. I mean, personally, as a gamer, I don't mind if they delay a game. I don't mind if they delay a game as long as the game is better when it comes out later. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily going to rush to buy an Xbox for Halo Infinite, especially if it's being delayed. I think it will definitely impact sales, but at the same time, we already knew Halo Infinite was being launched for the Xbox One as well. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's obviously an important launch title for the new console, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see in terms of how much it actually impacts numbers, which I think it'll play an impact. But I think, because weren't they originally going to release just multiplayer and then the campaign later or something like that? I remember us talking about that last time we talked about Halo.
I can't actually recall if that's what they're planning on doing. I mean, I've heard talk that like they should be delaying. They should be releasing it in parts, but I don't know if they're gonna be doing that or not.
I know that they're releasing it on the PC too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, because the whole thing about their Xbox, I forget what they call it. Xbox, not Xbox Pass, but something else.
Oh yeah, no, it's the Xbox Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole point is like when you buy a game on their Xbox store, you can then download it on PC as well if you have like your Xbox account and everything set up, or Windows account, whatever it is, which is interesting, 'cause it's like I'm not really sure if it's helping them or hurting them. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know either whether or not it's a good move from them. I personally think releasing a more finished game is better in almost every circumstance. I wonder how much of this stems from people like nitpicking the graphics super heavily, because I know that was like a big thing that happened when
Oh yeah.
we talked about that last time. People were really, really hard on the graphics, but really they were like focused on like they went too in on the graphics when I personally don't think it was really a big deal, and I think the game looked fine. But maybe they were like, okay, graphically we're getting a lot of complaints, so if we don't revamp the graphics engine a little bit, maybe I don't know. I don't know why they delayed it. Did they make a public statement? Maybe I should just look this up. Because...
for this delay?
Yeah.
They did say it was because of the coronavirus.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, they mentioned that this delay is specifically because of the ongoing COVID, like, impacts to their development.
Oh, then I'm probably completely wrong. But actually, it could be related to the graphics based on them not being able to work on the graphics as heavily.
I mean, look, they could also be lying. I mean, there's nothing saying they have to tell the truth about why they're delaying a game. And it's honestly a pretty perfect excuse to say, well, we're not delaying it because there's anything wrong with it. We're just delaying it because of the COVID thing. That's what it is. Like, that's why everyone's delaying stuff right now, So,
that is true. You could just kind of fit in with the norm.
Yeah, I mean, by saying that, basically, they're just like, they're taking the safe route and just being like, guys, there's nothing wrong with our game. We're just delaying it because of COVID. That's the only reason. When, like, really internally, everyone's scrambling around, like, we gotta fix the graphics. We gotta fix the gameplay. Everything's broken.
Yeah. I think a lot of it might have stemmed from the criticisms they got about, like, oh, it's not next gen enough. Like, oh, this isn't like a next gen title. They might have been like, well, maybe they're right. Maybe we gotta. So there's definitely, there's definitely some merit in, thinking that the criticisms probably pushed them to making that decision. Tom, you're moving that mouse a lot. I just noticed.
I know. I'm also trying to work as I'm streaming. It's very difficult.
Oh yeah, because the stream window, it doesn't matter necessarily, like whether or not. Okay.
I don't really feel like fixing the mouse thing. I don't know. But I wanted to ask Amanda because she doesn't. I don't think Amanda really has been following Halo Infinite because she's not really a Halo fan, really. But what do you think? Do you think that they might be fibbing a little bit about why they're delaying it? Because there was that whole outrage about like how bad the graphics were in the first trailer, So maybe like they were trying to cover that up and fix the graphics, or you think it's actually because of COVID? Like, what do you think?
Well, I feel like using the excuse for COVID is just kind of like, well, they can pretty much do everything inside. Like, what can they not do? You know what I mean? It's like all these game developers, like, they can come together, online. They could have a Zoom call and get just as much done as if they were in wherever it is that they develop games. I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like it could be a combination of maybe wanting to improve the graphics, but maybe on top of that, it's like maybe they want to build more anticipation and kind of have their own release date not coupled with all of this other stuff that's supposed to release during the holiday season.
But it is good to have the release lined up with the console, though. That's the only thing.
I agree with that, but I feel like in a way, though, it's like, yeah, I feel like the holiday season would definitely be the best time that they could release something like that, because, it just makes sense in terms of when people want it. They'll probably want to get it around that time. But I could see why, like, it might be, like, strategically a good idea to try and maybe do a different release date from, like, other consoles, because it's just kind of, like, something extra to look forward to. Like, it actually reminds me kind of this course I've been taking about how, like, for example, like, you're really going to be happier if you separate all of the things that maybe you want over time instead of getting everything at once. Because then you can kind of prolong that feeling, So, like, I think I understand why maybe they want to delay it. Whether it's because of graphics or not, I think it's just kind of a smarter business move in a way. You might not agree with me, but I feel like it might be a good move just because, it's like, okay, well, now the console's out, and now I want to wait to get Halo Infinite, and now it just kind of has its own date. Like, I don't know what else would be released during the time that it's going to be released, because we don't know when in 2021 it's going to be released. That could mean January, it could mean, like, November.
December.
Like we don't. Yeah, right.
Holiday
It's just
season
not
of
clear.
2021. Let's go.
But they can just say 2021 for now because I guess they don't really know unless they want to just like surprise people with it. Like who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you are right though. It definitely could be a combination of like the graphics and COVID. You know, I mean, it really isn't like a black or white thing where it's just like one reason or another. It's probably to do with both of those at least a little bit. And if there is something behind the scenes we don't know about, I'm sure sooner or later something will come out. There'll be someone talking on the development team telling us all about it. I mean, that stuff it's often leaked, you know, during times of hardships. You know, we've seen it before with development teams that are like that crunch time. They always talk about that, and I forget there's so many games that have that issue. Um, but no, I agree. I mean, maybe they did see that there's a better opportunity to release the game later in the year as opposed to with the console. But generally, you want to launch your console with a game that's going to sell it. You know, it's like, it's weird. It's a weird strategy for them to I mean, that must mean either they're so confident that their game's going to be perfect that they're okay with launching the console without that title there, or they have something else planned to be a release title with the console. It's going to be big enough to maybe fill the shoes of Halo, which I don't know. I doubt that because, I mean, we're a couple months away at this point. I don't know what else they could have. It'd be a surprise, you know, unless Fable, you know, blows us all away somehow. I doubt it because it's Fable. I love Fable, but I doubt it. Fable's not been great, but we'll see. I don't know.
Hey, give it some credit. There's a chance.
I saw a fairy get eaten. That's like all I've seen. So I don't know.
Here's the thing. I feel like a lot of consoles lately haven't had the best launch ever. Because, you know, you want everything to line up just right, but then, I mean, nobody could have predicted this circumstance that we're currently in. Unless if they're, like, somehow, you know, a psychic. But, so it's like, it's kind of hard to, I can't really criticize them. Because you know, not necessarily, like, you can criticize them, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, it's not, I feel like with COVID as a circumstance that they definitely are dealing with. I think every development company is probably dealing with it in their own way. I'm not going to criticize them for that. I feel like it, but I do think it's going to affect the launch of the Xbox.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a global pandemic, so we have to cut people some slack, you know. These development teams are not going to be running the same crunch hours together with their team in the small room. They're going to be separated with, you know, Skype and Discord and Zoom.
You think about how communication is, like, when you're working away from home. I mean, Justin will be able to speak to this more because he, you know, works with a large team of people when he does his projects.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
Amanda would too, because, I mean...
Oh, that's true, yeah.
She works from home, and communication can sometimes be harder than if you were working in the building with people. You know, so not that it's impossible, because you know, Amanda's done very well with it, but it definitely has its challenges that, you know, working in person maybe doesn't have. But it also has its advantages, you know, because it's like also way more convenient to get in touch with someone like instantly than having to wait for them to come down into the building and work on something, you know. So
yeah. Plus, like, if you need to bounce ideas off someone, and you have to wait for them to respond, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be frustrating. That's for sure. I feel like, well, I mean, because at least, like, at my work, if I ever needed to get, like, if my boss was in their office, I would still just call them. Because I might not necessarily be able to get up and go to their office if I have to sit there and... Because I have, like, a front office, like, where I kind of have to just be there to kind of be a liaison between the waiting room and then also, like, the students in the back. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like just with the technology that we have, there's definitely ways we can make it work. Like, if you stay on a Zoom call, if they're staying on a Zoom call, like, while they're doing things, and you can share your screen, and, like, but that's the thing, too, is, like, by sharing your screen, like, people could do things on the screen, and you can give people remote control, and, like, there's all these options, and, I mean, yeah, I don't know, I feel like it's totally possible, like, with what we have now, like, there's a lot of things we're able to do
Absolutely.
online.
And I'm not saying it's not possible, but what I'm saying is it is harder to reach the same kind of level of productivity if you don't have everyone in the same space.
Like, you definitely could do it, but don't forget
Yeah.
too that this is something spontaneous. Like, this just like they weren't preparing for everyone to work online. Now that everyone's working online, it's just
Yeah.
kind of been thrust on them. Like, okay, we're all
Oh, yeah.
working on Discord, we're all working on Zoom now, and it's like, well, we were just
Well-
working in the room with
Yeah.
everyone like a week
But
ago.
even
I
for
mean,
example, think
well-
about it like this: like if even if they adjusted and they're working on it really well now, like there's a good chance there was a long period of time where they had to kind of ease into it, which would have slowed down their production, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, that's actually what I was just about to say was, like, they still had to make that transition. But I was also wondering, like, when they originally announced that they were going to release Halo during the holiday season, like, was it before the pandemic? Like, they knew that they were going to try and have it by the end of the year? Like, when was all of that? And then, like, could they have maybe announced that they would have delayed it sooner? Or maybe was it better on their part, like, business-wise, to just be like, hey, we need to delay this? Because they might have known that already, you know, and then only just announced it.
I think they first started talking about developing it in like August of 2019 is what I'm seeing here. It's like when they first started talking about developing it for the new console. So they really probably couldn't have foreseen it being, you know, delayed.
Yeah, I mean, like, then, was that when they would have... I wonder if there's something that mentions, like,
Well,
them
usually-
announcing it, like,
Yeah, I
being
mean,
released in the holiday season of this year.
the thing is, I feel like is when they announced it, they probably had like a preliminary release date in mind.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, now that it's being delayed, I'm sure they'll do like an open beta of sorts. You know, now that like the game, because I remember they were originally planning on doing a beta, but I don't think they were going to because of, you know, not really
Yeah.
that much time. But it is, you know, worth noting now that they have like an entire extra year possibly, because they said 2021, but we don't know when. There's
Right.
probably going to be a beta of sorts that people can play for the multiplayer, especially because the multiplayer portion they announced is going to be free to play. So I think, you know, getting people interested in it through a beta, like a free open beta,
Yeah.
where maybe your progress carries over, could be a cool idea.
You know, actually, so I just found an article. They originally announced, I don't know if this is the original article, but this is one of the earliest articles I could find, that Halo Infinite had a holiday 2020 release date in June of 2019. That was the last time, at least this article here was updated, was they talk about a 2020 release date. So I guess it's been in the works for a while, but that was maybe, I don't know if that was initially when it was, but that's still like over a year ago that they predicted that it would be released by the end of this year.
Yeah, I mean, this is a project that's been going on for, I don't even know how long. I mean, this has got to be like 6 or 7 years. I mean, I don't know. Halo Infinite seems like a really big project, and there's a lot there. I don't know how long they've been developing the game. I'm sure it says somewhere, but basically,
I mean, the story apparently was in development since 2015.
yeah.
So they've been thinking about it for a while.
Storyboarding,
Whether
yeah, takes a while, especially not even just with games, but with movies and everything. But the actual like production of the game. But you know what? Like, it's like Jeremy said. It's like, as a gamer, you know, it's as a gamer, I really don't care if it's delayed 7 times, 8 times, 100 times. You know,
I don't care if it never comes out as long as it's a good game.
I could be 90 years old. They delayed it for the 1000th time. But you know what? Whatever. If it comes out after being delayed so many times and it's the best game I've ever played, then it's worth it. You know? if it comes out like tomorrow and it's the worst game ever, it's such a letdown, then nobody wins. No, players don't win, developers don't win, nobody wins. So it's better to just be delayed and have us wait for it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's better for a game to be delayed than for a game to be bad.
Also, Jeremy, to
Yeah,
shift
what's up?
topics for a second. What is Advance Wars? Freshness for Days is asking about it in the chat. Are you
Yes.
watching the live?
I am, but I feel like the chat
Okay.
hasn't moved in forever. Is it
It
like
has not.
okay? I was gonna say,
I
is it
think it's
because no one's
because we
talking?
haven't responded to any of the stuff they've said.
No,
I am
I was
sorry.
going
We
to.
are very new at this. We just wanted to cover our bases.
No, honestly,
Advance Wars.
I'm literally not new at this.
Yes,
I'm an
Advance
expert.
Wars. You mentioned again. You mentioned again.
So
Wait, what
Advance
was the game?
Wars.
Hold on, what was it?
It's Advance Wars. So, there's no news for Advance Wars. There actually has not been a game in the Advance Wars series. Well, it's technically the Wars series. It was called Advance Wars because it's a strategic military game that is similar to Fire Emblem, but it's more modern.
Hmm.
And it is, it hasn't had a game since 2008. It's called Advance
Oh.
Wars because Advance Wars was for the Game Boy Advance. But it'd be cool if there was a new game, and here's why: because there hasn't been a new game since 2008, and we like cool games. And I think, I think strategic military RPGs are a growing genre. A lot of people really like them, and I think that Nintendo could really get themselves in there and make a difference. And Fire Emblem, yeah, it's like Fire Emblem with guns, exactly. So Fire Emblem has had a really big explosion in popularity since the 3DS era. I mean, Fire Emblem Houses sold really well for the Nintendo Switch, so why not have a modernized Advanced Wars game that has, some of the good elements of Fire Emblem that recently had a resurgence in popularity. Make Fire Emblem with guns. You same Advanced Wars style gameplay. If you want to have story elements from Fire Emblem, if you want, the things that are making Fire Emblem so popular nowadays, you could throw it in there. I mean, I don't necessarily love the new story elements of Fire Emblem. I'm more of like a gameplay guy because I'm a gamer.
Radiant
But
Dawn.
it's a great game. I love that game.
There was
But
actually one strategy game, for the life of me, I cannot pronounce. Called
let's go.
Valkyria Chronicles or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever played it, Jeremy, and
I don't
Amanda,
think I
I'm
did.
sure you've never played it. I don't know if it's Valkyrie. Maybe it is. I just literally don't know how to spell Valkyrie.
No, I actually think it is like not Valkyrie, but it's like it's I think it ends with an A. Let me.
Yeah, it's not exactly Valkyrie. It's like Valkyria or something like that. Yeah, that game is actually pretty fun and has nothing to do with what we're talking about, other than it's kind of like a third-person Fire Emblem game with guns.
With guns.
Yeah, with guns. It's like one
Yeah,
of funny enough, it's one of the games I've always wanted to finish, and I've downloaded it and played it like 4 times and never finished it.
You do that a lot with random things. I think it's funny.
I do a lot.
Like you'll talk up something and you'll be like, "Well, I've never finished it, but I do really love it."
Like it's like the same thing with like Skyrim. It's like I always I download it. I download a bunch of mods and then I play for 2 hours and uninstall it. So I don't know.
Yeah, Valkyria Chronicles actually is a really cool looking game. I've never personally played it. I think I would like it a lot. I don't know why I've never played it.
They made
but,
a newer one recently, and I never played that.
They made one for the Switch. Came out in it was like they announced it in 2018. I don't remember when it actually came out, but I'm saying that because I'm watching the trailer right now. That's why I was like, that's why I know when it was announced. But yeah, it does give me some Fire Emblem with guns vibes, but it is an Advance Wars. The gameplay style is very different because the thing is, Fire Emblem and Advanced Wars are like top-down grid-based strategy games. Valkyria Chronicles is like a third-person, you run around kind of game, which is cool, and I like those kind of games, and I actually do think this game looks really cool now that I've been watching like another trailer. But Yeah, it's not Advance Wars. In Advance Wars, it's been 12 years. I think we need a new game, but like there's no news. Unfortunately, there's no news. There hasn't been news since I was a child. So I really can't I can't
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll hold out. Maybe we'll get Advance Wars, the newest one on the Amico or something.
it would be called like Amico Wars.
We have to
but-
mention the Amico, because we're, as everyone knows, Amico shills. We have to keep saying Amico. The more we say it, the more money we make from them.
And we cannot end this live stream without talking about pizza.
No, we
Oh,
can end it without talking about pizza.
just really
What
quick.
else
are we
Can we
gonna
just
talk
touch on
about?
it for like a second?
Don't touch your pizza. Just eat it.
Oh boy. Well, if y'all have not gone to oh gosh,
We're
I
talking.
need to remember the name of this place. It's in Cupsog Beach. There's this pizza
Cupsog is a good
place that is
Cupsog.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't even know this real
Um,
place.
it is called something that I cannot find at the moment.
Oh, it's a long name.
But if you are over, oh no,
If
that's
you're over
not
by
it.
Cupsog, a soggy cup. If you find the soggy cup, you are near
If
the
I
pizza
had my
place.
phone, I could tell you, but it's too far away. So they have this pizza. It's basically like deep dish, but a circle instead of a rectangle. I mean the whole pie, not the slice itself. Um, and they cook the tomato on top of the cheese, so I can't take the cheese off. That's another conversation. But
That's like it's
it
like an
tastes
upside
so-
down pie.
it's so good. It's oh man. I mean, I have to say, deep dish pizza is pretty damn good, and I thought I would like it because I can't take the cheese off. Because when you take the cheese off, it like sticks to the dough the way they make it, and then the tomato comes off too. So you're just
See,
eating like
Here's the
ripped
thing.
up
The
bread.
thing is, it's because you're not supposed to take the cheese
Well,
off.
that's how
No,
it
he-
is
I'm saying,
for.
but I'm saying
how
that's
it is.
why
Well,
it's.
why would they? Why
No, hold
would
on,
they
hold
make
on,
it?
hold on, hold
Hey,
on.
hey,
I'm
hey,
saying that's why pizza's not
why-
designed for the cheese to be removed.
Why would
so-
they make it so easy then? It just comes right off when I take it off. I feel like it wants me to.
Oh,
like
God.
it's like it literally when you take off the cheese of normal pizza, it's like you got this beautiful dough with sauce left over, and it still looks just as good. And guess what? It's all still going down the same way, so why not just like separate it out, savor the moment,
Here's
have
the-
one piece of it at a time, get the cheese,
It's
It's all
and
going
then
down
get
the
the
same way.
crust,
But here's the
and
thing.
then
Here's
get
the
the
thing.
dough with the
Oh,
sauce. I'm
stop
not
Hold on.
with the
finished
pizza.
yet.
I know
Wait
you're not
just
finished,
a
but you're
second.
wrong.
No, we're
Hold
done
on,
with the pizza.
wait.
All right, thanks guys for joining our live stream.
Oh my
We've had a
God.
great time talking about
Thomas,
things we wanted
this
to talk
was my
about.
role and you took it away.
Listen, you can't handle the power if we're talking about
This
pizza.
was Generation Zen podcast. Thank you all for listening. We are gonna
Hey,
wrap it
whoa.
up for
Hey,
today.
whoa, hey,
and
whoa,
we-
hey, whoa. Hold on, hold on.
Oh my god.
Hold on. I got some stuff to say about pizza.
I'm-
Okay.
I miss Justin.
I mean, well, obviously, but here we are. So here's the problem with what you just said. One,
Oh, all
you're
right,
wrong.
let's go.
Two, okay.
Hey,
Just because things can go down the same way does not mean they're supposed to go down in
how are
a
you
weird
supposed to
way.
savor it?
Okay,
It
here's
takes
the
more
thing.
time
No,
when you
listen,
take the cheese
listen,
off,
listen,
you
listen.
know? And
Listen,
like when you
you
savor
can't
each part
just.
of it, you can
I
appreciate
didn't
the
interrupt
pizza
you.
as a
I
whole
tried.
when
You
you
didn't
break
let
it
me,
up
but
by
you
its
can't interrupt
parts.
me now. Okay. All right. So anyway, what I'm trying to say here is, when I eat pizza, I drink water.
All right, guys.
Dump
Hey,
the water all over my.
I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming.
Alright, whatever.
Honestly,
Um,
it's been great. I lowered them a little bit because honestly, it's a little overwhelming at this point. The show's already basically ended a couple minutes ago, so I'm just letting you know that you guys can leave now. It's okay. It's all just about pizza from here on out. It's okay. You can leave. All right.
Don't you freaking dare! Don't you end it! I
Here's-
swear to God.
Here's the thing. Now, okay, what drink do you normally drink with pizza? Just like Give me a detail here.
Snapple iced tea.
Snapple iced tea. Okay, they're all going down the same place. Why don't you just dump the Snapple iced tea all over your pizza? Why? Because that doesn't make any sense. That's why you wouldn't do that.
Wait, that literally
No.
completely defeats your point of saying that
No,
you
it
should eat the
doesn't.
cheese on the pizza. Because
No,
I'm saying you
because
should
the
have it
cheese is
separate because you're
supposed
having the
to be
Snapple separate from the cheese, from the dough with the
Your
sauce,
argument
from
was
the
that-
crust.
your
No,
argument
you
is that
are supporting
no,
my
listen.
argument.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you said it doesn't matter how I eat them because they're going down the same way. I said it does matter because yes, you're drinking your Snapple and you're eating your pizza at the same time, but it matters how they go down because if you don't,
All right, let me rephrase because
Okay.
I think I'm getting it across. Tom, I swear to God, if you stop this conversation,
It's over. This
I
is over. I've ended it.
you did not.
Okay, I didn't, but I'm about to.
Okay, Tom, just wait a second. Just wait, wait.
Please.
Please? You don't have to. You can just mute and you can just write away because I know you want to write. So you can write. You can just mute yourself indefinite, and then me and Jeremy will go off for a little bit, and then I'll let you know when to end the call, okay? But we are not done.
know
We
what?
ain't done.
Alright, argue amongst yourselves. Thanks guys for listening. I'm gonna leave the stream on so anyone wants to listen to them argue
We'll
about
say thanks,
pizza.
guys, for listening because they're still gonna be here.
No, it's fine.
Right?
You guys are allowed to leave at this point. It's okay.
Wow. Okay.
Alright. This is Tom leaving.
Bye,
but These guys are
Tom.
here.
Bye, Tom. Okay. Anyway, so what I was gonna say was I feel like I didn't really mean what I said. Let me backtrack for a second. So I meant more so like, well, don't you want to enjoy the experience for longer so you can just have the cheese separate from the pizza with the sauce and then the crust? But what I would do is I would have the cheese, right? Eat that cheese up. You could even cut it up. You could rip it up with your hands. I don't care. You eat that cheese separate. Some of that sauce is still on there, so you still get that saucy, cheesy, deliciousy goodness. And then you go over to the crust and you can dip it in some of the excess sauce from the dough. You just kind of repurpose everything. You use everything on the pizza for something better. And then finally, you get to the dough with the sauce. And it's just the best thing. And then you can fold it, like I'm a New Yorker, because I am. And you can still fold it. It doesn't have to have the cheese on it, because you know what happens when you fold it with the cheese on it? It's so greasy, and it's just going to drip everywhere, and it's such a mess. So really, mine is a more organized way of eating pizza, and a more delicious and savoring experience. Now you go.
Here's my counterpoint. Just mentioned how greasy the cheese is. Are you really gonna take your hands and get your hands all greasy when you peel the cheese off, and then get your face all greasy when you eat it separately?
Well, I'm not. I'm not though, because I know I'm taking different pieces. I'm not just like pouring the whole thing into my mouth. You know what I mean? Because you give the chance the cheese. You give the cheese the chance to slip off of the pizza, because it's not like held there, by anything more than just.
I'm not disagreeing with you that you should eat the cheese if it falls off your pizza. I'm just saying you shouldn't remove it intentionally. I'm not disagreeing with you on one point, but overall, I think you should not take it off intentionally because it's cooked on the pizza to be enjoyed with the pizza. Also, Freshness for Days says, now I want to eat pizza with iced tea all over it.
Yes.
Honestly,
I
I have to try it.
I kind of want to try it now too. And I will say, I don't think I've had pepperoni since I was 6, so I might want to try that on pizza again at some point, because I feel like that's how you see the classic pizza, like Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know why that was the first one that came to mind, but like maybe that's just classic pizza in general. Have you ever had Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
I don't remember. I might have, but
I don't think I've even ever been there. My sister had a birthday party there, and we have like a videotape of it, and I just like watching it for nostalgic reasons, even though I wasn't even alive yet. But still, I like to pretend that I was there, because I was like up in baby heaven showing like, hey, I'll be there soon.
Oh, you weren't born yet. Okay, I was like, you were definitely.
Yeah. No, I was not alive yet.
Imagine not getting invited to your sister's birthday party.
Ouch.
Probably you take the cheese off the pizza, so she just.
Oh my god. I know exactly where that habit came from too. It was my sister's best friend's brother, and he took the cheese off his pizza, and I saw him do it, and then I tried it, and like I've literally done it ever since. Depends on the type of pizza, though, I will say. I mean, okay, here's the thing, fresh is for days. So, like, but think about, like, how good saucy bread is. Like, don't you just want to take bread and you're just dipping it in sauce anyway. It's basically the same thing. You could have it with, like, a little bit of cheese on it, like, okay, but, like, isn't the dough with the sauce just the best part?
No.
It depends on where you get it from. Like, if it's from Domino's, like, I'll probably eat the cheese with it. Or, like, but if it's, like, Sicilian and it's already, like, super thick, like, I'm gonna take that off. You know what I mean? It's just, unless it's deep dish, then I'm gonna eat it all together because it's delicious. I can't, I mean, I could change my habits, but I choose not to.
Here's the thing. I just don't see, like, okay. If there's bread that's designed to be dipped in sauce, like breadsticks, then I agree.
Just roll it up like a breadstick,
and
then you can pretend.
The crust on the pizza is not designed to be eaten like that. It's designed to
Wait,
hold...
the crust on the pizza? Oh my god, the crust, if you take the crust off the pizza, it's literally a breadstick. It is literally a breadstick.
No, listen, I'm not talking about the outer crust. I'm talking about the bottom.
Okay.
You know, the dough of the pizza, not the crust, actually.
Which is the crust anyway, if you think about it. It's just like a flattened out breadstick in a triangle shape.
Your comparison.
When you slice it.
Same time, like, I still have a point to make. The dough of the pizza is designed to hold the sauce and the cheese. If you eat it without the things that are supposed to be on it, it isn't like... You should just be eating other bread, because the dough on the pizza is not like the most amazing bread in the world. Like, you could just buy bread that's better.
Oh no. Oh
Yes.
goodness, no. I'm about to plug this one place right here. Sipi Lamano is another place. They have like the best pizza dough ever.
You're a shill because they used to pay you.
Yes, but they were my favorite pizza before I worked there, because we used to go there like every Friday when I was little. And my boss even remember when I got my finger stuck in the car door or something. It was either me or my mom, I don't remember. Anyway, we just always got pizza there. Their pan pizza was just like, oh my god, crazy good. And they make obviously the dough should be made every day, because then otherwise it would be bad. But it was just like, oh man. I mean, the dough is just like, it's the heart of the pizza. You know, it's just like, if you don't have good dough, you don't have good pizza. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously dough is important, but I'm saying, like, it's important because it's supposed to complement the things that are on top of it. It's not like, I'm not just gonna...
Is it?
Here's the thing. If they made a pizza that was just dough and sauce, and they served you
And they put the cheese on the sides.
Yeah, they put the cheese on the sides, would you prefer that?
I mean, yeah, they do the hard work for me, sure. And get an extra dipping of sauce.
No.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You act like I'm in, like, my opinion is a weird opinion here. Like, no. You act like, what do you mean you eat the pizza with cheese on it? Obviously I do. Everybody does. It's okay.
That's how they want you to. You're conforming to society's way of telling you to eat pizza.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I've always said this. It's okay if you do it, but if you have to admit it's weird, because it is.
Well,
you defend it like, no, it's not a well situation. This isn't a well. It is a weird thing to do.
Hey, if anyone's still in the chat, do you think my habit is weird, or do you think it's justified? Do you think it's worth it to enjoy and savor every part of the pizza separately? Or do you think you just need to eat it all together and just be done with it, and then just shove it to the side like it never happened?
What you can do, if you want to say you have more pizza, just get more slices. You don't have to, like, pick it apart and do surgery on it so you can get every ounce better. Like, I don't
You
understand.
can't perform operation every time.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
no,
we have
it's so
yeah.
listen, it's
to
worth it.
isolate every ingredient that was put into this sauce. I
Every ingredient. I'm not
I
like
have to
taking
eat-
out the pieces
I
of
have to eat
basil.
the tomato paste and the basil separately. I have to scrape the yeast off at the top of the dough so I can eat that separately. Like, what do you?
Wait,
Where do
oh my god,
you
wait.
end?
Wait. Tom! That's so mean.
What did Tom say?
Cinnamon won't let me in the stream. Someone help me, please.
I mean,
Anyway, I'll make my final point. I was gonna say, like, we would make so much money. Did you end it?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm just laughing. I'll make my final.
So I think that we can make a lot of money from a pizza operation game. No one can steal this. This is our idea.
No, they can steal it.
Everyone who is on this call, we will split it. I think there's gonna be what 1, 2, 3. I don't know who's watching it now, who the 4 people are, but we're gonna split it with Freshness for Days, G Grome, Bullcraft Max, and Freshness for Days.
G Grome, really?
Or I'm sorry, Grome.
Really? What? You can just say my name if you're not gonna pronounce my username correctly. Come on. You know my name.
That's you,
Yeah.
Grome.
Look at the profile picture of Gigi Rome and look at the profile picture of me in Discord and then match it up and you realize that
Okay. What is that? Is that like what is that exactly? Is that a rat?
I literally just said it was a mole.
Sorry. I missed that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So I think this has been a really good conversation. We've come up with a lot of good
My
ideas.
final point before like you made one and then I didn't get
What's up?
I didn't get to make a final point. You did.
Oh, go. No, I was saying like this has been a good chat. You know, for me, because it's my final point. But you go.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy still has to make his final point.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I respect the artisans who create my food. I also Freshness for Days literally did make this mole profile picture.
Oh my gosh, no! I'm sorry. It's a great mole, and I messaged that as well. It is a great mole.
I thought it was a rat.
I
I'm
fair.
kidding.
Okay.
So I respect the artisans who create my food. The way it is presented to me is the way I eat it. I know that they created it with that design intentionally. If they wanted me to eat it, with the
Designs are made
cheese-
to be questioned.
no,
Sorry.
not for food. It's different.
I'm a chef.
Yeah, okay. What's your famous dish? Go.
Oh,
Tell me what
pizza.
No,
With
it's
cheese on the
not.
side.
Literally never made a pizza.
That is a lie. I've definitely made pizza. But I'm sorry. You continue.
But what's it called? Anyway, for the sake of the argument, let me get back on track with pizza. So, I think that the people who create the pizza created it with the intention of me eating the cheese on top of it. And every time I have had pizza with cheese, I've enjoyed it. Every time I go to a pizza place, I see 99% of people eating pizza with cheese on
Oh
top.
yeah, are you staring at everyone
I listen.
who's eating pizza?
Let me finish. I'm saying there's probably a reason that everybody's doing it the same way. I'm not saying there's no other way to do it, but I am saying my argument is you can enjoy things however you want. But
Thank you.
you have to acknowledge when you're an outlier. You
Hey.
are. It's no. It's
Just
not.
because I'm in the minority does not mean that it's
I'm not-
wrong.
I'm not. I literally just said you can enjoy things however you want. But what I'm saying is
Is that
you
it's
have
weird?
to acknowledge that it's weird, and that's okay. Because I don't have to eat pizza with no cheese on it.
Well, you know,
You-
I just have to acknowledge that I think the way that you eat pizza is weird.
I just have to acknowledge that the consensus opinion is that the way I eat pizza is very normal. But okay, and I also have to. Don't you like like some random pizza like with the cheese on, like Domino's or something?
Yeah, I
Like,
said that. I said that earlier.
like, but
I
why?
mentioned that before. Well, it's because it just depends. It's just like the cheese just kind of, it's already like kind of stuck together. It's not all melty usually. It's just kind of, I mean, it can be, but I don't know. It's just the way they cook it, the way it's made. I feel like it's supposed to be eaten with the cheese, but I don't feel that way with all cheese pizza. Actually, if I'm like around people that I don't really know very well, I will eat the cheese on the pizza
Why would you
because
do
I
that
feel
if-
like I don't want them to judge me. Because
but why
I
would you-
I know it's different, I know it's weird, and I guess I haven't acknowledged that yet, but I'm gonna acknowledge it now, for the sake of the end of the live stream. That Tom is responsible for ending at some point, and
Are
he's.
you admitting that? So you're admitting that's weird. Is what you did I catch that correctly, or was I?
Yes, okay, I know it's weird, but I embrace it.
And that's okay. And nobody's saying that's not okay. What I am
You
saying,
have been one of the highest critics of my pizza
I
eating
can
habits.
criticize it, but it's not. I'm not gonna stop you from enjoying pizza the way you want to. I'm not gonna put the cheese back on. I can promise you that. I will let
You haven't done that yet, so I appreciate that.
Exactly. See, I'm not forcing the cheese back on. I am just advocating for my position. You know?
I see, and I'm advocating for mine. And I
And
know no one's gonna agree with me, but I'm glad that I hope that everyone learned something from this live stream, whether it was about Halo Infinite or about how to eat pizza so that you can savor it for longer. You know?
I hope everyone learned something from this live stream, whether why Halo Infinite was delayed, the controversy with Fortnite, or some strange ways you can try and enjoy your pizza. You know, there's a lot.
Or you could phrase it like that. That's fine.
I think that's a better way to phrase it. But anyway,
This has been great.
Are we done? Is it
We're
over?
wrapping up. I guess we're wrapping up.
I got a couple more things.
No, hey, thanks everyone. Oh, it's been great. I know Amanda wants to do the wrapping up. If you want to do that, Amanda. If not, I will do the wrapping up.
Oh, yeah, sure. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Generation Zen podcast live stream. This has been a great night. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace out!
Am I supposed to?
Yeah, you're supposed to do it now,
Oh,
but
okay.
now it's ruined.
See, I didn't get the. You didn't tell me.
Peace
You
out.
wanted me to do that. You were just saying, peace out.
I'll do it again.
Okay, all right.
Ready?
I'll be ready this time. Everyone.